All right. Welcome. Today is the 30th day of September, 2025. It's 3:01 p.m. This is a meeting of the Uintah County Commission. We will start with the Pledge of Allegiance by Jenny Bird, right after Heidi Lundberg gives us the prayer.
Dear Lord, we thank you for this day. Thank you that we could be here and conduct business, and we pray for our country, and please watch over those that are out protecting and serving our country, and please help us in all that we do, and that we can be kind to one another. We say this in Jesus' precious name. Amen.
Amen.
States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Thank you, ladies. Appreciate it. We do have a little change. We're going to take 13, 14, and 15 right after we get done with our tax matters. So we first have approval of minutes for September 16th, 25, and work session September 24th, 2025. Do I have a motion?
I would make a motion that we approve those minutes as presented.
No call for a vote?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Mr. Wilkins?
Commissioners, I have warrants from September 18th in the amount of $745,902.43. There is a few on that I was going to point out that was large and not normal. Is we had a semi-annual payment to the Communication Central Dispatch of $92,925. We also have a payment to Green River Constructions for $22,344 for remodel down at the Public Safety Complex. And we had a check to Wheeler Machinery for $192,138. That was for a water truck for Western Park. So that was that one. And the next warrants was from September 26th. In the amount of $399,108.20. And that just had the monthly contract payments. Other than that, everything was pretty much normal.
Okay. Do we have a motion?
I make a motion that we accept,
How about approve?
that we approve the warrants as presented by Mike Wilkins.
All right. Call for a vote?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Any tax matters?
It's actually on the agenda. The next one.
Okay. So we'll pass on tax matters.
Okay,
Oh, you're ready?
I'm ready for the
Okay.
next one.
Let's go.
Okay, Commissioners, this is a acceptance of a settlement with Mid-America Tax Appeal. Just for the public's information, this appeal has been dragging since 2018, so it will settle 2018 clear through 2025. Very multiple years settlement. It will reduce their value by basically about 22.5%. It will be a large refund, but until it's finalized with the stipulation in other counties, our anticipated share of that right now, county-wide, for all years is close to $1.376,000, and that is without interest. But at this point, it involves 5 counties. We're the second largest county that is affecting. Grand County is the largest. Our attorneys are waiting for all the other counties to agree to sign the stipulation, and that's what I'm presenting to you now, is given your approval for the attorney who's been working on this to sign the settlement agreement with Mid-America.
So do we know what our portion, Uintah County?
Until we get the final numbers from the state, our Uintah County portion from what I have guesstimated, Uintah County's portion will be close to $300,000. School districts is substantially higher, in the tune of almost $700,000. But until we receive the final numbers from them, we're just kind of going off a percentage of that.
Okay. Do we have a motion?
I'll,
Go ahead.
I gotta say real quick, this is one of the most bogus things I've ever witnessed in my life, having this happen, and I hope our wonderful state of Utah can get this figured out, because it's just not right. I'll make a motion that we approve tax matters as presented by Clerk-Auditor Mike Wilkins.
Acceptance of the settlement.
Oh,
Mid-America settlement.
okay.
You were close.
Accept the settlement with Mid-America tax appeal as presented.
Any further questions, comments?
So is this pending approval from the other county?
Right, pending approval
amount
from
is,
all four
yeah.
all 5 counties. And then when we have the actual numbers, what it will be, I will present it back with the actual refund amount. And if I remember right, just from that, it is not, we do not have to pay them until December, which allows us to collect this year's taxes to take it out of it to refund it.
Okay. Call for a vote?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, and this is something that Uintah County has zero control over. This is done by the state central appeals and taxes. We just have to write it. Okay, our next one's gonna go down to 13. Jenny?
Jenny Bird, Purchasing and Grants. I am requesting approval of a service agreement with Medici Land Governance. It's an AI company that provides software to assist with the indexing of documents in the recorder's office. This went through commission meeting in August, but we canceled the contract and had to reissue it because this is considered a level 3 purchase, as it's $15,000 over 3 years. So we went out for bid, we received 2 quotes. The first quote that we received was from Medici for $5,000 per year for 3 years. And the second quote we received was $56,000 for 1 year. So Medici was significantly lower. I'm requesting approval of this contract for 3 years with the option of 2 additional years if the recorder's office wants to continue with the service.
Any questions, comments?
No, we've had a lot of discussion over this from previously.
I know, Brett, that our recorder has researched this substantially, and we feel very confident in their service. So
Yes.
I would make a motion that we approve the Medici Land Governance contract as presented by Jenny Bird.
I would call for a vote.
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
White's fine.
All right, Wake LLC service agreement, Trina? Oh, Trina, White.
You did good.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. It's Trina with the Purchasing and Grants Department. Just a little recap. Back in July, we were working with facilities. They need to upgrade the HVAC system here at the Uintah County main building and the library. That project included replacing the existing Alerton BCM controllers with the ACM platform. So we had the evaluation committee did review that, and then the award was recommended to Wake LLC. That went through commission on August 12th and was awarded that. Since then, we've been working with Lauren Anderson's office on a service agreement, and so I'm here today to request the formal approval for the service agreement between Uintah County and Wake LLC so this project can move forward.
Okay, any discussion?
Did you create a bird bath there?
Yeah, we have a bird bath going up here, sorry.
Got a hole in his lip.
Hole in my bottle.
Yeah, and this was brought, I believe, to our work session.
Yes.
The bids, I mean, we
Yes,
opened
yes,
the
yes, and we
bids
had
then-
2 of them, yes. I mean, 3, excuse me,
And
on that
then-
one, we had 3.
And then the committee
And the
reviewed
committee
those.
chose yes.
Okay.
And like I said, it did go through the commission meeting on the 12th of August. I'm
Yes.
just here for the service agreement.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll make a motion that we approve Wake LLC service agreement as presented by Trina Gardner.
Okay, call for a vote.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. We have a request for proposal award and approved contract for the 4-H office remodel. Trina?
All right. Once again, we are working with facilities. They have an upcoming project for the remodel of the 4-H building. And the scope of that project includes 6 new offices and 1 storage room. So we set out the request for proposal, and we got 2 bids on that. It was determined, though, that, so the 2 bids were Green River Construction, and another one was from Wasatch West Contracting. So we had the 3-member evaluation committee review those, but it was determined that Wasatch West Contracting did not meet the minimum mandatory requirements. Therefore, their proposal did not proceed to the evaluation stage. So then after that, then the Green River Construction proposal was deemed fully responsive and compliant with the RFP requirements based on the committee's findings. It is recommended that the award for Uintah County's 4-H office remodel, UC 25-14, be given to Green River Construction for the amount of $394,000, and that the contract for the project scope of work be authorized for execution.
Motion?
I would make a motion that we approve Green River Construction for the $394,000 as presented by Trina Gardner.
Call for a vote.
Aye.
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 Okay. Back on track now. Be careful where you put it. We have a ratification contract for conflict counsel. Lance Dean, Public Defender.
Lance Dean with the Public Defender's Office. This is a contract that's already been signed by the commissioners, me, Mike Wilkins. What's anticipated is we have a contract for Brian Freeze, who's a conflict attorney with Uintah County, and we'd had a rough go of being able to get other attorneys to be on our roster, and we'll be talking about that at the next item that we're going to be talking about. But we have a signed contract from Brian Freeze. We're just asking that, and it's been signed by the commissioners. We're just asking that that would be ratified. It's at $120 an hour. It's for one specific case. I'm not mentioning the name of that case, but it's for one case.
Okay.
Do we need to do number 6 then before we do number 5?
No,
This is just a ratification of an existing one.
Okay.
this one we've already looked at, just this particular case.
This is I appreciate your work on this, Lance. It's a big deal, and I know it's getting really, really hard to get good help. So I make the motion that we ratify the contract
Brian Freeze.
with Brian Freeze for conflict counsel as presented by Lance Dean.
Call for a vote.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, thank you. Conflict attorney hourly rate increase. Mr. Dean?
Still, Lance Dean from the Public Defender's Office. As we discussed in work session last week, Commissioners, our office is requesting an increase in the hourly compensation rate for conflict attorneys from $90 an hour to $120 an hour. This is kind of an urgent and necessary adjustment to keep our county competitive and keep attorneys on our roster. to do conflict cases. This is different from the contracts that we have with our contracted attorneys. They take most of the cases, but as you all know, if there's any kind of a legal or ethical conflict, another attorney needs to step in. And so we create rosters so that we can have those conflict attorneys take those other cases. So our current rate has been $90 an hour for years, long before this office was created in 2018. It's been unchanged certainly since the office was established and years beyond that. So also, we're only one of only 2 counties in the entire state of Utah that are paying this rate, and that's been the problem that we've had to to get people on our roster. There's been delays in court appointments. We've basically don't want to risk having any ineffective assistance of counsel claims, and so our request is that we would change our forms, and we have a copy of those, just the red line pages, our forms to reflect $120 an hour as our going rate for conflict attorneys, and that would be effective immediately.
Okay, any question or comments?
Again, Lance, I know it's a big job. How do we rate in the county for these kind of cases compared to maybe per capita around the state?
I called all of the counties to try to find out what their rates were. Most of the counties, of course, are getting grants with the Indigent Defense Commission. I would say that the bigger counties that I see, the hourly rate is, the highest rate is actually Grand County, $150 an hour. But the bigger counties generally are at about $125 an hour. And some of the lower, the counties a little more south that are smaller are usually in the neighborhood of about $100 an hour. So I think that $120 an hour makes us competitive. We're just a little bit under the big guys, but I believe that we'll be competitive, and with this rate, we'll be able to rebuild our roster.
Thank you.
Any other questions, comments? I call for a motion then.
I'll make a motion that we approve the conflict attorney hourly rate increase as presented by Lance Dean.
Call for a vote?
Aye.
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 Thank you.
All right, well, road maintenance agreement at DM1 with 2X Services, Inc. Scott Hardman, road foreman.
Afternoon, Commissioners. Scott Hardman, County Road Department. This is just our standard road maintenance agreement that I presented in the work session between us and 2X Services to work out on the Kingswells Road and Asphalt Wash Road.
Okay. Any comments, questions, concerns? Call for a motion?
I would make a motion that we approve this road maintenance agreement as presented by Scott Hardman.
Call for a vote?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, Scott, thank you. Heidi, Regional Hazard Mitigation Plan Update, approval from FEMA.
Is that just you?
Heidi Lundberg, Emergency Management. I was here last month asking for approval or adoption of our Hazard Mitigation Plan update. That was in status called adoption pending approval from FEMA. And so just last week, we finally received that approval from FEMA. So I'm just here to let you guys know that they have approved our plan and it's all good to go for another 5 years.
Thank you.
Yes.
If I remember, we approved it pending approval from FEMA.
Yes.
Okay.
But I don't know if we have to do a different approval process.
Thank you for your work and bringing it back.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Keeping us up to date.
Yes. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay. We have lease agreement with this fire service district. Jess?
Hello, Commissioners. We are renewing the lease with Uintah Fire Suppression Special Service District. They rent a spot down here on the first floor. It is 1,632 square feet. It'll be a term of 5 years. It'll start in January 1st of 2026. Expires December 31st, 2031. The amount will be for $1,894.48 per month. And then starting in January of 2027, we're going to do a rent escalation, and that'll be for 2.5% per year to keep up with inflation until the contract's up. I'm asking for approval to approve this lease.
Did you say January of 26 to December, January 1st of 26 to December
31st, December 31st.
Oh,
So
from
January 1st of
26
yes,
to December 31st of
2031,
2031.
5 years.
5 years.
Thank you.
Yep. It's already been signed by the fire district, so it's now just up to a signature here for us.
Okay.
I would make a motion that we approve this lease agreement with the Uintah Fire Suppression Special Service District as presented by Jess Hermann.
Okay, call for a vote.
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. You don't have to move, Jeremy. You can stay. All right, approved purchase property from QUESTAR Gas Company and ENBRIDGE Gas, Utah. Matt?
All right, Matt Cazier with Community Development. I'm sorry that I wasn't able to get this on your work session, but we've been working with ENBRIDGE to finalize this, and we finally came to a tentative agreement after last Wednesday. So just to kind of explain what this is, since we weren't at the work session. This is a small piece of property that's located near the intersection of 1500 West and 500 North. It's this little piece right here where my cursor is. This piece, it's a pretty small piece. Back when QUESTAR owned the gas company out here, they purchased this property, and they had a future need for it for some kind of utility purposes. So let's see here. So you can see it's a small piece. It's 0.01 acres. I don't know what I did to it now, but I really messed things up. So anyway, we've been working with ENBRIDGE to get this piece so that we are able to complete the Steinecker Service Canal Trail, which includes a portion of the trail that runs along 500 North. And with some of the work and stuff that they're going to be doing there at that intersection of 1500 West and 500 North, UDOT didn't have sufficient right-of-way for both the road and the trail. And so we had approached, first of all, we approached ENBRIDGE about them giving us an easement across the piece. It would be about a 15-foot easement. They let us know that that wouldn't work for them because if we took 15 feet, it would leave the rest of the property unusable for them. They needed the whole piece for if they were going to do what they needed to do. And so we then approached them about purchasing 15 feet from the neighbor and them giving us 15 feet on the north. And they came back and just said, why don't you just purchase the whole piece from us? And so we made them an offer that they would donate it to the county and we would do something there along the trail for them. They didn't like that idea. And so we then made them an offer of $1,000, which is over what the assessed value is, which is $750. They came back and they said that they wanted $7,500 for it. And we went back with $5,000 and They came back with 6. So I guess we're settling on 6 at this point to purchase that piece. This will allow us to install the rest of the trail. Well, the trail will end at the east end of this piece, and then as part of the intersection project, they will complete the trail over to 1500 West. So that is, I guess what I'm requesting today is that we are authorized to purchase this property. It's under the name of QUESTAR Gas, DBA ENBRIDGE Gas, Utah. And the price would be $6,000.
Would you tell them, Matt, the funding to purchase this?
Yeah, so the county we do set aside 15% of the 0.25% sales tax that was passed, 4 or 5 years ago? So that's where this money would be coming from, is from those funds that have been set aside.
For active transportation,
Right.
which is trails.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you.
Anything else?
I've struggled with this one a little bit on the cost, but it's pretty necessary. Kind of held hostage, but.
Okay, request. Call for a motion.
I'll make a motion that we approve the purchase of property from QUESTAR Company, ENBRIDGE Utah Gas, or Gas Utah, as presented by Matt.
And Commissioners, I would probably state the parcel number on the record when making that motion.
Okay, do we have that?
Yes, we do.
I do, it's right here. So it's 04-125-0049.
Okay.
Thank you, Matt.
Call for a vote.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right.
All right, thank you.
sir. Zone request. Requesting a rezone from MG1 to A1 on property located at 2875 North, 3500 West, Vernal, Utah, serial number 04023-0033.
Matt, can you use your computer so we can pull that up on the screen?
Sure. Sure. If you'll grab it, yeah. Okay, while he's pulling that up. This rezone was discussed in last week's work session in detail. And just to kind of recap it, the applicant is looking for a rezone from MG1 to A1 on their property, so that they can divide the property using the smaller setbacks and area requirements and frontage requirements of the A1 zone. The property is located, he'll pull it up here, but it's near the mouth of Dry Fork. It's just over 7 acres, and the MG1 zone requires 5 acres to divide a property, so they wouldn't have enough to divide that into 2. A1 is quite a bit smaller, 16,000 square feet is what's required there. The rezone was presented at a public hearing on September 17th, 2025, at a planning commission meeting, and there was no public comment. And planning commission voted 4-0 to recommend approval of the rezone. Got it.
While she's connecting that, we'll just let you know in the acronyms. MG is mining and grazing, and it would go to agricultural. So A1 is agricultural.
Okay, so there's the location of the property. This is the Dry Fork Road. It's just there at the mouth of the canyon. Right now, they have this frontage here. And let me go to a different picture and mix it a little. So this is the MG1 zone in white, and A1 is in green. So they are abutting the A1 zone. And their plan is to purchase this property. Right now, the property in green right here is part of this larger property. And they're going to do a property line adjustment to the road. And they want to rezone all of this to A1 so that it fits there. The future land use here is RA1, but this rezone to A1 is a step towards RA1. And if you
you have any other questions?
Okay, any questions, comments?
This one's pretty straightforward.
Go for a motion.
I make a motion that we approve the rezone request, parcel number 0402300033 from MG1 to A1 as presented by Deanna Nyberg.
Call for a vote.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, thank you. Ordinance number 930-2025-01, amending Title 12 Streets and Public Places, Chapter 12-12 in the Uintah County Code. Jared Gothman.
Afternoon, Commissioners. Jared Kaufman with the Road Department. I'm looking to amend Title 12, Chapter 12.12.080. This is the minimum insurance requirement for contractors working on Uintah County roads and encroachments. Currently, the minimum is $1 million, and we're looking to increase to $2 million to better cover any incidents or personal injury that may occur, so it better covers the contractors and the county itself.
Okay, any questions, comments?
No, I just know we've seen this across the board with insurance. They've all gone up.
Yes, they
And
have.
want higher levels of coverage.
Yeah, Utah State requires just shy of $3.7 million, and we think that's a little excessive. Being in the county, we're a lot smaller, have a lot less traffic, so I don't think, and I did work with Lauren Anderson on this, and we felt that the $2 million is adequate to cover.
Great. I would make a motion that we approve ordinance number 9-30, well, 09-30-202501 as presented by Jared Kaufman.
I'll call for a vote.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thanks, Jared.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Presentation update by the Transportation Special Service District concerning current and future projects and funding.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Sean Labram, UTSSD. John Sturmer, our legal representative. I'm just going to kind of let him take the ball and run with this and just stand here and support him because he's better at this than I am.
Very good.
He hasn't done this before, he might get scared.
It's been a long time. It's good to be back here, though. Commissioners, if I can, I have the 2025 requested road list from the county to the Transportation District. I did bring hard copies. I don't know if you have them, but I can
Not yet.
let you have that.
Thank you.
Thanks, John.
You've trained him well.
It only took over a decade for me to remember that she needs a copy for the minutes. So, Commissioners, as you're well aware, the Transportation District has been requesting mineral lease funds to be transferred over from District 1. Back when Uintah County made the decision to split transportation out of the combined District Number 1, there was even language in those documents that talked about transferring transportation assets to which is now the new Transportation District. There was some discussion in 2024 related to that between prior counsel for the district, Eric Johnson, and District 1. When I came on board early 2025 and started attending Transportation District meetings, that board made the request in writing in February of 2025 to transfer $12 million of the funds that they currently have in savings over to the Transportation District. That we've had a lot of discussions on this, but just to make it clear for this meeting, that $12 million was a combination of projects plus money that is in savings account. So when the district was consolidated, there was a certain amount of money that was transferred from or consolidated from the old transportation district into the new District 1. That money has been spent down to the amount that there's a roughly $8 million left that wasn't spent on transportation projects. There are also a number of projects where there was money that was committed from District 1, essentially as match money. I don't want to get so hung up on specific terms. I just want to get this kind of go into the punchline. But there was match money for those projects, and that's where it got from the $8 million up to the $12 million that was requested, because District 1 is no longer authorized under state law to provide transportation services. So those projects would need to come back to the new transportation district. So we were requesting those matching funds to be transferred as well, so we could take on those transportation projects. So that's where we came up with the $12 million. From February to, I'll just say midsummer, there was discussion. We were able to go on their agenda, and we were able to attend work sessions. We also had a special meeting with the county commission where all of us got together, and now we're a day away from October, and the district needs to figure out what are we doing with the requests that are coming over from the county. So the document that I left with you is the 2025 requested roads. You'll see that there are two dates from February 11th, 2025, and then also the second page is September 9th, 2025. Of course, we realize that this is a working list, right? I mean, some of the roads need to be prioritized. Some of them can be more on a 5-year plan. We know it's coming, but for logistical reasons or financial reasons, maybe we're not able to take on a current project. And also on lists, there's historical record where sometimes roads will be peeled off of a list, right? It's no longer a priority, or the county decides under its budget, they decide to take on those projects, and so it gets peeled off the list to the transportation district. So what we wanted to do today was to discuss this list. Under our current funding right now, we do have 4 projects that we're working on. Our current budget will take the 4 projects will take our current budget, and so we need to discuss this list and see what we want to do, and then try and figure out how we come up with the funds to fix the roads that the county is requesting us to fix. So that's the intro I have.
What a surprise.
I'm still waiting for was that the punchline?
The punchline is we need to discuss the list.
What roads are project roads?
So, yeah, so you said 4, but there's obviously way more on there. Which 4 are you proposing, or did I not hear that
No,
right? So
the 4 roads that we are currently working on to have projects, we have 5th North from 5th East to 2850 East. We also have 7500 East, Highway 40 to 4 Corners. We have 8500 East, 9500 East, Highway 121 La Pointe to Highway 40, and then 3500 West from 5th North to 1500 North. We are also working on, there are some that we're working on right now, but we're in the process of the paperwork. That's all around the Independence Road area and 4 Corners. There's the road at 4 Corners that heads off to the west, where there's a big sand operation closer to the county line, and that road is just getting hammered, and so we have that road that we're working on as well.
Yeah, it's phased into 3 phases.
Yes.
We're already starting work on phase 1.
Yep.
And then we will be going after funding for phase 2.
Yep. And those have all been assigned out. We have engineers. They're at different stages of being worked on. So besides those, the list that we have, everything on this 2-page document are things that we need some help prioritizing and then figuring out the amount of funds. The request has been to change the allocation of mineral lease funds, which the county commission has the authority to do. It's a 30,000-foot decision. The county has the ability to create, merge, destroy districts. They also have the statutory responsibility to allocate the mineral lease funds. And so how that's gone over the decades has been a review of how the districts are doing, the needs that they have, the amount they have in their savings accounts, how much future growth are they wanting to do depending on the needs of the community. There's a lot that goes into that. Obviously, I just rattled off maybe 5 reasons. There's probably at least 10 more that you can come up with. But as the county goes through its decision-making process on how to allocate the mineral lease funds, those are things that the county has historically and is allowed to do under federal and state law.
So you're requesting that we change the allocations from SSD total to transportation?
Well, the request is to change the allocations to that $12 million, to get $12 million additional dollars into the coffers of the transportation district.
Okay.
And based off of the amount of savings that District 1 has and the discussions we had in public meetings where they were looking out at about a 40, 50-year window and didn't want allocations to change, and they didn't want to turn the money over because they didn't know what was going to happen in the next 40 to 50 years. That's a pretty big window. We're wanting to address the current road list and decide, between the two bodies, which ones can we put off, right? Do we prioritize some, put some onto a 5-year list, or I'm kind of making up numbers at this point, but do we prioritize a certain number and then put some off, another 5 or so years while we get caught up on some of the road projects?
All right, we have contacted our legal authority, Lauren, and he advised that basically it's between the two SSDs, that the county should not intervene at this particular point. So my suggestion would be have more discussion with our county attorneys and get a different reading. I mean, I agree with you 100%, but I have to go by what legal says. Some attorney told me that.
So it's advisable. Definitely is advisable.
So that's what I would recommend. Have you, I know you've talked to Lauren about it.
I talked to him on the 9th.
Yeah.
And had a great conversation. To my understanding, we were all on the same page, so probably
With Mike Harrington?
need to follow. No.
Oh,
No, with Lauren Anderson in the county attorney's office.
okay.
About what authorities the county has
Okay,
as far as
yeah.
allocation of mineral lease funds.
Lauren's not available today, as you can tell. We've got Bo, and Bo, are you up on this at all? I didn't think so. Let us get with Lauren next week when he gets back, and maybe we can change what our thinking is based on what he tells us at that point.
I know we can't take the money from them, so in short, what you're doing is asking us to give you the mineral lease money until you're made whole.
Yes, I mean, that's been the request. Well, really, that was the request from the county commission, right? When the county commission decided to split off transportation, and then it's not even implicit, it was explicit in those documents to transfer that over. That has not occurred and has not occurred for well over a year. And so if it continues to go that route, then that's where we're looking at the road request from the county to say, okay, how do we address these particular roads, and where do we get the funding from to be able to go do these needed projects out in the county?
Okay. I think that's where we're going to leave it, is where Lauren's going to be involved.
Okay.
When he
Yep.
gets back.
Yeah, and he let me know that he was going to be out of town. I talked to him last week at the Energy Summit, and he let me know. So yeah, that sounds
Thanks.
great.
Sure appreciate it.
Okay. All right. Thank
Gentlemen?
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, our next is board appointments. I believe that Somebody has a board appointment.
I do. Yes, we have had a vacancy on the Planning Commission for a while this year and have been unable to fill that. We've had that open for applications, and we did receive an application. So we I would like to request for your approval appointing Zach, I'm going to mess his last name up. How does he say it? Moody? Okay, is it M-O-D-D-E? But I believe he says it Moody, Zach Moody, to be the alternate on the Planning Commission, and he will be fulfilling the rest of that term, which is till December 31st of 2025.
Okay, I'd make a motion that we approve it, and then I'd call for a vote.
Aye.
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 Thank you.
All right. We all get a hold of him and let him know he's back at work. Okay, thank you. Anybody want to make a public comment? Read this, sir.
I just want to recognize Sherry Allen as one of my new deputies that will be taking over minutes. Give her a few weeks to get her feet underneath her, and we want to welcome her to our office.
And thank you for bringing that to our attention, because it makes me think of something I was wanting to do today as well. I don't know if any of you have noticed, but Angela, would you mind standing? Angela Hawkins has been hired as our new public information officer for the county, and she just started yesterday. So we want to welcome her aboard as well and look forward to all the good things that she will do. Getting information out to the public and helping us.
Do we still need a closed session? Okay, thought we did. All right, I'd make a motion that we go into closed session for the purpose of discussing the purchase, exchange, or lease of real property when property discussed in the transaction would disclose the appraisal or estimated value of the property under consideration or prevent the public body from completing the transaction or on the best possible terms. Upon completion of the closed session, we go back into session and adjourn. That is my motion. I'll call for a vote.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. We are in closed session in the small conference room in a few minutes.
Yeah.
Thank you all for attending. Appreciate it.